Hey everybody, thanks for joining us tonight if you're checking out this live. My friends and I just kind of wanted to come together and give you a little bit of information and our experience about how the Plexus opportunity has changed our families' lives, how we stumbled upon this opportunity and what it's done for us. And when I first heard about Plexus, a little over 5.5 years ago, I was just an exhausted new mom. I was looking to lose a little baby weight. I was addicted to sugar. My sleep was total garbage. And I saw a friend posting about it on Facebook, and it was helping her in her health, helping her feel more energetic and joyful for her family. And so I decided to give it a try, and it lived up to the hype. I started sleeping really great. I started not craving sugar as much. I had awesome energy and I was more present for my kids. I was more joyful with my family. And so I started to really look into why these products were as effective as they were and what was happening in my body. And I realized that the connection that gut health and inflammation has on our health is pretty extreme. And so if we have those imbalances happening inside of us, it's something that can really affect our mood, sleep, digestion, weight, energy levels, all the things. And so I started sharing what I was learning with the people close to me, my close friends, my close family. And I started seeing if it was something that they might want to try with me because I was feeling really great. And to my surprise, they all wanted to try it with me. And even to this day, over 5.5 years later, they are still loving the products. And I watched all of them see some pretty life-changing changes in their health and in their lifestyles. And, some of them have come off of lifelong medications and huge, huge changes like that I started seeing from the very beginning, 5 years ago. And I started to see the generous cash flow that was creating from Plexus and started thinking, maybe everybody else in my network could benefit from this too. So I started talking about it more and more. More of my friends started joining and more of my friends started seeing these amazing health results. And I was getting higher and higher paychecks from Plexus. And so I really started to look into the opportunity and see if it was something that would be valuable to spend a lot of time in, to put some effort in, to really learn how to do this well with a company that has products that really do what they say they're going to do. And within the first couple of months in Plexus, my family had a pretty big life change. My husband got a new job in a new state. So we all moved just right at the beginning of my Plexus journey. And something really cool that happened was just with that couple of months of cash flow that came in from Plexus, I was able to pay for 3 plane tickets home for Christmas, which was huge for our family. We weren't sure if we were going to get to travel home and see our family for Christmas. And that was big for us. And even though we really didn't need a lot of money at the time, we were very financially stable with my husband having an awesome job. And I had a flexible work from home position that was putting our family in a really great spot. We had a lot of stress surrounding, my husband working a 9 to 5 and being in a new state away from all that we had grown up around. And would we get to travel and see our family now? All of that kind of started to cause some stress. And so I really started to go all in with the Plexus opportunity. And within 9 months, my Plexus income had surpassed my marketing director salary, which was pretty substantial. And just a year after that, so less than 2 years in Plexus, I was then bringing in, about a 6-figure income for my family. And we had a paid for car from Plexus. And so all these benefits started to roll in. We were having travel opportunities and winning trips and all of that. And just because I was willing to share about these health products that I had tried and believed in with people that I loved, and they saw the results that I was seeing also. And so after I was kind of in it for a while, I got lots of friends to kind of lock arms with me and want to run with this opportunity as well. And you're going to hear from them tonight. But something that was kind of unexpected that Plexus gave me was the freedom to step away from a business when I needed to and still have residual income coming in, because soon after that, I kind of earned like cars and trips and that 6-figure income and all of that. I had my second baby. I lost my mother, I lost my grandmother, and we ended up moving states again. And so I had some pretty serious life changes happening where I needed to take a step back from my business. And the best part about a business like Plexus and a network marketing business is that you can step away, but the residual income from your team growth still flows. So even though I had to take a step back, my team was still growing and I was still getting paychecks, and it wasn't like I had to take sick days or take off from my job or any of that. We still had that cash flow coming in. And A couple years after that, my husband's job started to demand a lot more of him. It started to require a lot of travel. It started to become very stressful on our family. He was working from home and was kind of locked up in a room all day long. We barely saw him. And it was starting to get really stressful for me and the kids. And we decided that we were making enough with Plexus where he could walk away from that high paying job. It was something that he had worked towards in his career. He was doing very well at, he was getting promotions, he was thriving. But at some point you start to realize that it's costing your family something, right? So even if you're stable and you're in an okay situation and maybe you don't need a bunch of extra money right now, what is that costing your family? What is that 9 to 5 costing your family? Is it starting to get longer and longer hours? It's starting to get less vacation time? Is it starting to be stressful on you and the kids or whatever? And so my husband was able to walk away from his full-time position. And now he and I are both home with our 2 little boys. They are 3 and 6. And, they only know mommy and daddy home with them all the time. They only know us with them present, playing with them, raising them, teaching them, having fun with them. And that's what they know being little boys. And it's such a blessing being able to not have to be apart from them every single day and having, both mommy and daddy here at home with our kids when they're little. We're not missing any of those moments. And now, we're able to afford to put them in private school. We're able to travel more. We just booked a spring break trip. Thank goodness we can travel again. And we're able to give more to our community and be more present in the ways that we always wanted to because we aren't on someone else's schedule. And I never really saw that coming when I first started Plexus years ago. But I'm so happy that I stumbled upon it because the ease of this business is something that I am so incredibly thankful for, that I just have to, send people to my website and they can order products that are going to change their lives. And what I love about having health products in our business and in our company is that health isn't something that is trendy. Health isn't something that's going to lose its luster. We all want to be healthy for the rest of our lives. And we are all looking for top-notch products to fill in the gaps in our nutrition, to balance our gut health, to reduce discomfort in our bodies, and to keep us more joyful. And I think that these are products that are rare anywhere on the market because they do exactly what they say they're going to do, and they're effective and clinically proven to do exactly what you need them to do in your body, and they're going to serve you for the rest of your life. And so I love being a part of this company that has a really good heart for changing people's lives through bettering their health and happiness. And I have so much confidence in the future of our company being something that is a stable, committed company that always is doing the best for us as its ambassadors and continuously giving back to their communities. It's something that I'm proud to represent, and I'm so happy that I found it, 5 years ago. And I can't wait for you to hear the rest of my friends' stories tonight because they're things that I think you're really going to relate to. And so next up is my friend Kelly, and I can't wait for her to share her experience with the Plexus opportunity.
Okay. Thank you. Hopefully that transitioned right to me. I am Kelly and I live in Salem, Oregon, and this is what I do like all day now. I'm a teacher. And so the Zoom class, this is my classroom you guys are in. So I love this job because I get to help people, and that's what teaching is helping others. And I found Plexus, purely by chance on Facebook, thankfully. Before Plexus, I have 3 kids, and my youngest had just been diagnosed with autism right before I found Plexus. And I was struggling, to say the least. And he required a lot of attention, and he actually required a nanny and special therapies, and I had to go part-time from my job. So we were already on unsteady financial ground when I literally took everything in me to sign up for products to come and try to help me with the health issues that I had been facing. And I just thought, there's no way this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. And I couldn't believe I was spending money on myself, but I was so desperate to feel better. And these products made a huge 180 change in my health. And I told Jessica, who you'll meet later, I was never going to talk about it, not going to tell a soul, because I was not going to do one of those companies. and I had never dreamt of doing anything but teaching ever. But honestly, I looked at my husband and was like, I just can't not tell anyone. I don't know if they don't know that I was sick before, but these products have just changed my life. So I slowly started sharing what had been happening to me, and a business just came out of it. I didn't expect anything to come really from saying. I was just hoping that maybe a couple of people might find this and join me. And it just took off because people are looking for solutions to health issues. And if they're like me, they've tried so many things and so many things have failed. And I'd been to the doctor so many times and been told so many times that I was really out of options. So just sharing became so easy and so a part of my normal routine because I was a teacher and I am a teacher. I am a teacher. So helping others and just educating others. And as I was learning, I was sharing what I was learning. And that's how simple it was. I mean, I wasn't hosting parties because there's no way I had time for anything like that. I didn't have to have all the product here. I didn't have to do any deliveries. I didn't have to do anything extra. I really just talked about what was going on. And like Ali said, I shared my link and the products came to their door and I kind of coached them through how to use it and shared my experience. And it was just that easy. So I've been very fortunate that people have also jumped on with me once they've seen how well this all works for them. And we have pulled ourselves out of crazy debt. We had no debt until Xavier and his issues, not his fault, but he did need some therapies and we did have to spend a lot more money on the nannies and the things. So I had taken an online teaching job part-time to try to fill in the gaps. And within 6 months in Plexus, I had completely blown past that and I quit. And it was the greatest because that was just extra work I didn't feel passionate about. And we've paid off my student loans. We're able to afford the extras for the kids. We're not constantly saying no. There are no more fights. And it was always a fight about what we were spending money on. And I was canceling everything, we had to get rid of all the little bills and just trying to make our budget squeak by every month. And Plexus just completely flip that for us, that we're saving money now and we are able to make repairs to the house that we had been putting off and furniture that was literally falling apart. We can take care of those things now, and that's just a huge relief to our relationship, to our family dynamic. And it's so great. My whole family's on board. Like, if something good happens in my business, the kids are cheering and they're all a part of this, and this is something we do as a family. So I also have to say, since I'm a teacher and still my classroom, we're still doing the online learning thing. It was pretty rough in September trying to figure this all out. And I have to say that the residual income, when you have crazy moments in your life, you don't have to clock in and out on a job like Plexus. Like it continues to work when you're not able to step up and work. And so that was when I was trying to figure out how my classes were going to look and putting so much time into that, I could take a little step back and still have a business that's thriving. So yeah, I think that covers everything that I love about Plexus. So I'm going to pass it on to my friend, Noelle in Canada.
Hi, friends. My name is Noelle, and yes, like Kelly said, I am residing in Alberta, Canada. I'm a born and raised Oregonian, so I am a dual citizen, which is really awesome. That's just one of the key points that I'm going to touch on a little bit later about how this business is so great. But I first want to start with telling you a little bit about how I got started. 4 years ago, Ali, who you heard first, came across my feed about Plexus, and I think she might have even reached out to me. I was a struggling mom at the time. I had just had my second baby, and postpartum was hitting me pretty hard. So I took a chance on these products. When I signed up with our famous triplex, which if you've talked to any of us about these products, triplex is pretty much our favorite combo. Anyways, I signed up and I said, Ali, don't you dare ever ask me to do this business, because I have no interest in it. And honestly, to be honest, you don't know what you don't know. I don't even know why, like, I said that to her. I didn't have any negative, anything negative to say about network marketing. I didn't know much about network marketing at all. I mean, I knew some friends that maybe had sold Mary Kay way back when, or that were doing the unique thing. But other than that, I didn't know much about it. So I didn't know what I didn't know. Turns out a couple months later, when I was feeling amazing on these products, I was like, I'm ready to get these products paid for. And it was just kind of an accidental business, honestly. Like, I wanted to get my products paid for because I was feeling so good. I wanted that same thing for my husband, because Ryan, honestly, if you know Ryan, he's such a hard worker, but he would come home from work. He worked 6 to 2, and 2 o'clock in the afternoon hits and he would need a nap like every single day. And that's not normal. Like, he's not working so early where he should need a nap every single day. And I was having great energy. He was even telling me after about a month of taking products, wow, it really feels like I finally have my wife back. So I got him started on those products because naturally I just shared with a few people, and that few people turned in the opportunity of paying for my products. And I kind of got to thinking a little bit like, this is pretty neat. I wonder if I could really make a go at this. And not to mention, Plexus throws in some amazing prizes. Our team throws in prizes. They throw in money bonuses, like fun things. And if you're anyone like me, I can be reward driven sometimes. And I like those things. I like contests. So those things like excite me. So when there's $100 bonus up for grabs, or there's a trip to Orlando, or there is an iPad or an iWatch, I'm like, give me those things. I want to run for those things, because not only do you get fun things, but you also get amazing people who you're meeting along the way, who are seeing drastic changes in their health from these products, because they're actually getting to the root issue rather than just getting that surface level that a lot of other products kind of hit. So fast forward 4 years, you guys, I'm still on the products. I'm still loving them. I'm still working the business, and it has been life-changing for me. And then the pandemic hit. And I think we're all in this space now where we're like, what the heck is going on in this world? And if I can be completely honest, the last year has been really hard. It's been hard to jump online. It's been hard to jump on social media and kind of feel a little bit lost and not sure what's going on. But I continue to show up for my team. And that was really nice, because those people that have joined Plexus with me have become my community. And I continue to get poured into from other people. So at times where I felt like maybe this isn't the right thing for me, I had so much community standing beside me, especially in a time where I don't get to see the people around me who I'm normally in community with day to day because of lockdowns or different things like that. I still have the opportunity to interact and connect with people online in a positive way, who are pouring into my life, and really helping me run towards my goals and run towards things that are important. I just had a conversation this morning with a friend in Plexus, and she just inspired me so much, you guys. I was actually this week contemplating getting an outside job, not because I needed finances, but because I feel so isolated at home through all of this. And it was such a gentle reminder that I have people in my corner that are cheering me on. If I was working outside the house right now and I was struggling, I think very rarely do you find that community who's there for you to just pull you up when you feel like you might be drowning a little bit. And I felt like that's exactly what I experienced today. And I've experienced that time and time again over these last 4 years of working this business, that sometimes just that community outweighs the paycheck I get every month, or outweighs the benefits of these products. And you know what? These products are amazing, and they've done amazing things for my health. And financially, this job has led me to quit a part-time job 3 years ago, and I haven't looked back. It's been sustainable that entire time. And so even with those two bonuses, having the bonuses of this community, it's so amazing. You will never find a community better than Plexus. I guarantee that. And I think you can see a little bit about how that is with the two ladies that spoke before, and Jessica's going to kind of wrap us up. But I just want to encourage you, if you are feeling like you are struggling right now and you're trying to find your place in this world, in social media, in especially if you're a stay-at-home mom like me and you just don't really know where you're going, I want to encourage you to jump into Plexus for the community side of things, because I guarantee you that you will never find a better support system than that. So I'm excited for what Jessica has to say to you. I know she's got some amazing stories up her sleeve. So I'm going to turn it over to her.
Hello, good evening. Like Noelle said, I am Jessica Jackson. I am in Hubbard, Oregon. We just had some major life shifts in the last year. We ended up moving during the pandemic. So I had lived in Texas for 7 years, and that's where I had found Plexus. And now I am back in my hometown down the street from my mom, which has been a really huge blessing. So, and I'll touch a little bit more on that side of my story. Like I said, I am in Hubbard, Oregon. And when I was living in Texas, I was a head swim coach and I was a PE teacher, and had found out I was expecting my first kiddo. I had a good job. I was kind of wondering, like, is this really what I want to do? I really loved helping people. I loved being active. Activity and physical activity and health has always really been a part of my life and something that I'm very passionate about. So the thought of not doing teaching anymore was really scary, but I was having my first kid. So it was a good way for me to be like, okay, well, I'm going to stay at home with him for a few years and maybe just kind of figure out what do I really want to do. And when he's old enough, I'll go back to teaching. Well, then the financial strain came of staying home, and that was much bigger than we had anticipated. We had moved towns. My husband took a huge pay cut so we could be closer to his family. And then my pay was gone. And so we found ourselves putting bills on credit cards, and it was really bad. And I ended up having to go substitute teach way more than I had anticipated. So I really wasn't staying home at all. I was thankful to have my mother-in-law watching my kiddo, but that dream that I thought I had of staying home quickly went away when I realized that the finances just weren't there. The ends weren't even remotely getting met. Like I said, things were going onto credit cards and we were getting further and further into debt. And that's not what you want, especially when it's just your first kiddo. And my husband and I are both teachers. And so that's already hard as it is. That's a lot of hours. So I found Plexus when I was scrolling Facebook, just like the other three ladies. And I really needed to get my body into a healthy state. I have always been, like I said, healthy and active, but I was in a place where postpartum depression had hit me really, really hard. I felt isolated. I felt very alone. If I'm honest, I really wasn't connecting and bonding with my baby well. It was a lot. It was a whole lot of mess. And so I had this one issue of not producing enough milk, and I was too prideful to admit that I had really anything else wrong with me. So that one issue is what led me to try the products. And when I realized that it was helping my mood, it was helping my sleep, and it was helping a host of other things, I was like, wait, what? This is more than just helping with my milk supply. I was like, there's so many other people have to be suffering. So naturally I shared on Facebook, and there is a ton of people out there who were in the same exact boat as me, and they were silent. They were silently suffering. And so that just catapulted and launched into a business, because so many people out there are searching for something. They're searching for something that they need that will help them in the long term. And that's what I absolutely love about Plexus, is nothing about this is short term. It is long-term health that's going to help you. Yes, you're going to have some immediate health wins, but you're going to have stuff that's in the long term. And 5 years in, I still see other changes that are happening in my health, and people on my team are seeing things that are happening in their health. And so I thought, like, this could be a business, this could be real. And my husband came to me and was like, look, Jess, like, this is bad. Like, finances are bad. We can't keep living like this. We have maxed out our $10,000 credit card. We're fixing to max out our other credit card. You got to go back to work, like, in a very loving way. Like, I can't keep carrying the burden by myself. And so I said, okay, well, how much do I need to make? He gave me we had a dollar amount that we had set in mind. And y'all, just because I had that dollar amount in mind didn't mean that I wasn't still valuing people, because I knew what these products had to offer. So I kept sharing my story. I kept loving on people. I kept adding value to people, and the people kept coming, because this is an opportunity that compensates you very well. It can compensate you very quickly. And that's blossomed. I met that goal and surpassed that goal. A lot more life happened, a lot more moves happened. My husband is a football coach, and so we moved a lot. So I never had to worry about getting a job whenever we moved. We moved 6 times in 7 years. Y'all, that's a lot. And I never once had to worry about going and getting another teaching job. I just decided that, you know what, I think network marketing is my career. And I never expected that being in sales would be a career of mine. But how this business model is set up is beautiful. It does not take much time. The systems we have in place are simple. When you're constantly busy and on the go and in a pandemic and moving all the time, you can take it with you wherever you are. So this last January 2019, 20, I think it was 20. We decided, you know, I think it's time that we want to move to Oregon. We want to move to be closer to my family. We have a 3 and a 5-year-old, and it was just proving to be hard to be doing it by myself all the time. So we decided we were going to move. Well, our move date got moved up by 3 months because we ended up getting stuck in Oregon during our first trip to drop off some things. But what kept us afloat was Plexus, because I still had that. Even if my husband's job was kind of, you know, up in the air, we didn't know what was going on with teaching. It also then, once the school year technically ended, it allowed him the freedom to be able to just find a job that had very flexible hours. And he's been able to keep that job, even if it has less pay than it was before, because of the freedom of Plexus. And my income has continued to grow this entire year. And so much so that it has allowed us to be able to pursue other business opportunities. My husband is in the place for the first time where he can dream and he can look at, what do I want to do? Because as much as he loved teaching and coaching, the reality of it was 14 hours a day. And when you're away from your littles from that long, you really start to miss them. And yes, he absolutely loved it and was so passionate about it. But it just got to a place where it's, like Allie had said, it's just not worth it anymore. Like our family was worth more than what he was putting into teaching. And so he decided that he was going to take a break. I think that break is going to be a little longer than we anticipated. We'll see if he ever chooses to go back, and he has that freedom. So it's not only just been for me and for my health and for me to be where I need to be with my kids, but it's also then transferred over to my husband's life. And we're getting to pursue a goal that we never thought we were going to. I'm still blown away when I think about, I'm sitting in my garage right now, and this is where we have started a home gym and kind of have fallen into starting our own business, starting another business. Never could we do this if I didn't have this time freedom. I can still earn an income. I'm going to be able to start a company, start a new business debt-free because of what Plexus offers. So even if this ends up being like your first and foremost passion, think of it as the vehicle that can help you in other passions that you have in life. My husband and I both really love CrossFit style workouts. And so this getting to work together now and do this together, it is literally a dream come true for us. And we have the time freedom to do so. Expecting third baby. And this time it's not financially stressful either. So we have a lot going on in life, but you know what? There's still residual income coming in. And I still have awesome supplements that are helping me keep going, with 2 crazy boys running around and fixing to pop out a third here in the next couple weeks. So if you are even remotely interested, I really, really encourage you to reach out to one of us. Any of us 4 ladies that you had heard, we have a really awesome enrollment special right now. Normally it is about $40 to join, and now it is $1. Our company sees that there's been a lot of winter storms. Some of y'all might have lost some power. We lost power for 6 days, and they see the heart and what is going on. They have a very great pulse on what's going on in our world. And they see that, you know what, these products are necessary and so needed. And so we're going to allow you to be able to get it at that wholesale price. And normally it would be a membership of $40, and now it's just $1. So I really encourage you, ask the questions you have. It's okay to be skeptical, but you know what, dip that toe in, spend your whole $1, and we will find a set of products that are going to work specifically for you and your goals. So hope you all enjoyed this and have a great evening.